Oh, welcome back. Hi, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Here we are again with Reach Out.
We made it back. Yay!
Glad to be here. Hi, I'm Ron Paolino, and this is my talented and beautiful co-host,
Poppy Champlin.
Here she is.
Do I look like Martha Stewart today?
Martha Stewart. You know, I just saw Martha Stewart this morning on the Today Show.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. She was really, really interesting, making all kinds of stuff and everything. So, how was your Christmas, Poppy?
Oh my God, I ate. Like, I cannot believe how much sugar I ate. I think I talked about my sugar addiction on this program.
Yes, you did.
And it, boy, did it just go rampage. Cookies, candy, chocolate. I gained a small chihuahua, basically.
Why would you gain a small dog?
I don't know. It's just like, it's a lap dog, and it's right there in my lap.
A lap dog right there in my lap. I see.
You too, I heard.
Yeah, I did. I gained, well, you know, I'm very weight conscious because all the weight I lost. I gained over 13 pounds. I lost about 13 and a half pounds I gained. I lost 10 of it back, but I still got 3.5 to go, and that's not the direction I wanted to go. I wanted to be going the other way. But
yeah, I'm sure our bodies must not appreciate us swelling up and down like that.
Well, I can't literally speak for my body at this point, but my mouth and my everything else was just loving it.
Yeah,
just loving it.
I know.
Candy. I mean, I was doing things with 2 hands. I was force feeding it. I was just doing it. Cookies, candy, pie.
And you Italians, you got the Italian cookies. You got every kind. You got like a million kinds of Italian cookies, right?
Not just that. My brother, every year, Christmas Eve, we go to his house for 7 fishes.
Oh, the 7 fishes. Yes,
eat and drink like we were born to do it. The next day, we go to my sister Wendy's house, who was one of the, not because she's my sister, frankly, just anybody that's ever had the experience will tell you, one of the best cooks you could ever imagine. And she is wonderful, and she cooks for everybody, and we have 30, 40 people at her house. And just a feast, just an absolute feast. And then my mom.
So you go to 3 different houses for the
More
holidays?
or less. Mom's at my sister Wendy's house, but the following week,
that is a lot of
New
food.
Year's, oh God. Lasagnas
that is a lot of food.
Ravioli.
So it starts at Christmas and ends after New Year's, basically.
It starts at Christmas. It starts at Thanksgiving and
it
ends on my birthday and Valentine's Day. That's the way it kind of works around my house. So how was things? You spend time with Mom? Do you get spend time with Mom?
Yeah, I did. I spent time with her, my brother. We had a nice little dinner, and now it's her birthday, so I went out again. So it does just keep going, you know.
My mother too. January 2nd was her birthday.
Oh, really?
Mom just turned 85.
They don't like
Hi,
that.
Mom. Happy birthday, January 2nd. Mom had a birthday. And very pleased with that. And Mom and Dad are doing well. Another year with Mom and Dad.
That's good. That's
good. At my age and in our age, to have our parents is just such a very wonderful thing, a fortunate thing.
Yep.
I didn't even get a chance to mention, we got so carried away talking about this, but look at all the wonderful props and things we have.
I know.
We've got a guest today that I can assure our viewers is going to be one of their favorites. I know she's going to be mine.
Absolutely.
One of mine. I just love, I never do this, but I'm going to break a tradition here at Reach Out. The lady's name is Rosemary Bauer, and it's a wish come true. And she is just doing something that just touched me, and I think it's just wonderful. Most of you folks are familiar with the Wish programs, and I can't wait to get her on here on the set. But that's another story. But she brought some lovely things for us to share with us and with the viewers. So I know it's going to be a great interview.
Oh, absolutely. Talking about kids, I love kids. I never had kids myself. Well, because I just. Well, we won't go into that right now.
Well, no participant, no willing participants, huh, Poppy? Well, I mean, come on.
I mean, we could go into it.
Well, we shouldn't go in. But I've known you now for a while, and I can.
We have gone pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, we pretty much have gone everywhere. But I think there are certain things that this show isn't.
All right, I'm going to do it.
Okay, then
all right. Well, I'll just tell you that I did. A lot of us women have had these partial hysterectomies. Okay, can we talk about that? So I had a partial hysterectomy. So which means I still have my eggs, just no oven to cook them in. So. And they are a little upset, I got to tell you.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Are they scrambled?
They're scrambled. And every month you hear them like they're sitting on death row, just banging their cup up against the cell wall. Just do somebody. We could have been somebody. Yeah. I could have been a brother, a sister, I could have been a contender.
And this brings me to something else, if you don't mind me interrupting. Poppy's going to do a show tomorrow night, so by the time this airs, this will be too late. But Poppy is, as most of you know, if you listen to me at all on the show, one of my favorite comics, a professional comic, one of my favorite people, and she's doing a show tomorrow night at the Comedy Connection. But Poppy often has shows and does, because she is from Rhode Island, does a lot of things locally.
Yes, that's right.
So be sure
the next one.
Make sure that you come out and see when you see Poppy Champlin. And if you want to meet your Uncle Ron, I'll more than likely be there.
Yeah,
so,
he always comes to the shows. And the next one's February 19th at Charlie O's down in Narragansett.
Now that one I don't know that I'll be. I might be in Costa Rica then.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, my birthday's Valentine's Day, so I'm going down. I'm going to Costa Rica for the.
That's nice.
I'm not sure the exact dates. Just slipped. I should know. I might be here by then, though. I think I'll be back for my birthday. So
cool.
Around that time. I think I'm going a week before.
That sounds nice. And we're back. Welcome back to. What's the name of our show?
Reach Out.
Reach Out. Yeah, I'm so glad you're back. And Ron, I'm so happy that we have our guest here. Thank you very much for coming and being on part of our show.
My pleasure. It's fun.
It is. It is. And it's Rosemary Bowers.
Rosemary Bowers from A Wish Come True. Welcome to Reach Out, Rosemary. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank
you.
It's a pleasure. Rosemary, I'm going to get a couple of. Let's just get started the way we usually do around here. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about A Wish Came True and how it all came about, how you started the program, because we didn't mention, you are the CEO and founder of Wish Come True.
Correct. I started it actually 30 years ago.
Wow.
We're a local.
12.
Oh, 12 and a half. But I started it 30 years ago for the simple purpose of granting wishes to kids ages 3 through 18 that have a life-threatening illness living here in Rhode Island and southeastern Mass.
Wow, God bless you.
And what was the motivation for that? Why did you, whatever made you think of this concept and decide to do something like this, Rosemary?
Well, first people always ask me, do I have a sick child, or did I have a sick child? And the answer is no. I'm a teacher by profession. I had my own private preschool, used to do a lot of volunteer work at the hospital with the kids. And twice a year, a group of friends, there were 8 of us, that we'd just do a dinner dance and we'd give the money to charity. We gave away thousands. And we did this for 6 years and had built such a reputation. We were sold out a month before.
Wow.
Now, any charity, or was this already a Wish Come True kind of charity?
No, it was not a Wish Come True, it was any charity. I lived in Portsmouth then. We bought the Jaws of Life for Portsmouth Rescue. We gave thousands to the Maha Center in Newport. We gave thousands to the Rose Hawthorne Cancer Home in Fall River, which isn't there anymore. But and someone in the community may come forward and say, well, we know somebody that's really having a hard time. They need some assistance. Can you maybe put them on the list and let this money go to support them?
So what was the name of your dance that you had every year?
It was just, to be honest, I don't even remember.
Charity
it was just, it was just, just a charity event. And
so you must have a lot of friends.
Well, I've built up quite a few over the years. I bet
you have.
Quite a few. And like I say, it was just one of those things that happened. That one afternoon, going back to how A Wish Come True got started, was I was volunteering at the hospital, and there were 2 young children talking. And one was sharing the story that they had gone to Disney, and the other one said, boy, if I could have a wish come true, my wish would be to go to Disney. I'm a firm believer things happen for a reason. That night, the committee was meeting at my house, and we were talking about the next event.
The committee for the dance?
For the dance. There was no A Wish Come True at that time, the committee for the dance. I happened to share the story and just said, wouldn't it be great if we could grant a wish to a child like that?
Yeah.
And on my committee was a lawyer friend, and he just looked at me and he said, but Rosemary, you can. And I said, what do you mean you can? He said, you set up a nonprofit and you do it. You know how to fundraise. You got a great committee here for fundraising. You know how to work with the children. And so after more discussion that night, we all agreed we were going to do it. And he, as a lawyer, volunteered all his services.
Wow.
He set up the whole corporation, the bylaws and everything. And that was in August of '82. September, I went up to Rhode Island Hospital. I sat down with the head of pediatrics and the head of oncology and said, we're looking to put this program together. Will you refer children to us? Well, I think you could figure that answer out very easily. October 8th, we were officially incorporated. 1982, November 1st, we were granting our first wish. And a cliche, the rest is history.
Now you say the rest is history, but tell our viewers. You've told me we had a little conversation prior to the show here. Tell our viewers how many wishes you've granted approximately, or in the last 30 years, since this is the 30th
This is the
anniversary.
30th year. Wow.
Yeah. We've probably done well over 1,600.
Oh!
1,600 wishes. At right now today, you told me the average cost per wish is about
$5,000.
$5,000.
Wow! Yay.
So do the math, folks. We're talking somewhere in and around $1 million.
But you know what I have to really, really emphasize?
What is that?
Is that this is possible because all of our wonderful volunteers, the people that attend our events, the people on the committees that run the events, we couldn't do it without them. We
How
have
many
some
people
phenomenal, honestly, hundreds.
Really?
Because we are doing events constantly. I mean, we have to. Because we're averaging like a wish a week.
Wow.
So you figure that's the kind of money and the turnover that you have to have.
You need to make $5,000 a week.
Exactly. So we just, in January 1, we did the polar bear plunge in Newport. And they raised over $9,000 at that one.
Wow.
I have some events coming up now, March 10th. We have, wonderful.
Oh, the comedy show.
No, that one's not yet. This one is March 10th. This is the 23rd annual Memorial Downing Dinner Dance at Quinessa Country Club.
Oh, nice.
And so they've been doing this group of volunteers for 23 years. I'll be glad to. I got tickets.
Let's go.
Then on March 28th, we have our comedy show.
Oh, that's
this is our 6th annual Laughter and Wishes comedy show, and that's at St. John's in Fall River.
Cool.
And then April 27th, which is a Friday night, this is, I think, our 18th annual dinner dance at the Venus de Milo in Swansea.
Fun.
So
I love that huge lobster.
Well, you know, the one thing I ask people, and I'll probably say this a dozen times before we're through tonight, is please check our website.
Which is what?
It's real easy. It's www.awish.org.
Oh.
Make sure the A is in there, awish.org. On the menu in the left column, special events, click, and you're going to see all the things. We've got golf tournaments. We have in September a Rock Rhythm and Blues Festival.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
and that's a 2.5-day event. So a motorcycle run. We've got a couple of
You're
those.
just like a promoter.
Well,
You're a rock star. You're a rock star. A rock promoter.
The bottom line is we have wishes to grant.
Yeah.
Well,
You're like the fairy godmother.
That is my title. How did you know?
Fairy godmother's your title?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was sharing that with Ron earlier.
Tell the story about that, please.
Yeah, one of my first wishes, my first year, a little 5-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And I had just been the day before over to visit him, and he wanted to go to Disney. So I said, okay, sure, we're going to send Mom and Dad and your sister and all of you to Disney.
Oh, wow.
The next day, his neighbor friend came over and lost a tooth.
Oh.
So his mom calls me, kind of whispering on the phone, Rosemary, I got to tell you about Chris. And I'm like, okay, I know Chris has cancer, so that kind of made me a little nervous.
Yeah.
And she says, his neighbor friend just came over, waving a $1 bill, saying, look, the tooth fairy was at my house, and I got $1. And Chris, as she describes, hand on his hips, so I picture hands on his hips, says, well, my fairy godmother was over here yesterday, and they're sending us to Disney World.
Isn't that a great story?
It is.
You know, folks, if you'd like to get involved with Rosemary Bowers and this great organization, please contact, you can get a hold of us, of course, at the AID Foundation here at www.aidefoundation.org or directly to Rosemary Bowers and her staff at a Wish Come True at
www.awish.org. Organization.
And also, these dances and other fundraisers that she has, a great time, a lot of fun, great entertainers. The first one, for example, I'm reading my notes, excuse me, on March 10th, you're going to see Brother to Brother at the 23rd annual Downing Memorial Dinner Dance. And if you haven't seen Brother to Brother, they're a good show. They're a good act.
They're excellent.
Yeah. Then the comedy show. You might see Poppy Champlin.
Who are the comedians? Do I know them? Are they on there?
I don't have them committed yet.
Joe.
I don't have them committed yet because I know Joe is working on it. But and again, go to my website, folks.